You used to call me through my...
Hey guys, how's it going? It's Jeff. I'm actually running all the way from the Bronx to the office. I think it's about 13 miles. I'm preparing for the New York City Marathon. Key word, preparing. Ran here to the office to the most important room, which is our resource room. And it comes just in time for fall membership season. All right, this year we have an aggressive goal, and we are going to challenge everybody with our class-to-class exhibition. This year we're switching it a little bit. As a reigning two-time class-to-class champion, don't worry, this is not a remix to 100 Tennis Clean. We're switching it up, and we're calling it the Ultimate Class-to-Class Challenge. And I'm going to introduce your host with the most from Pathfinders, Torey McCleskey. Take it away.
Woo! Ultimate Class-to-Class Challenge! Let's do it! Alright guys, Ultimate Class-to-Class Challenge. You cannot say it in that tone of voice. You have to say it, Ultimate Class-to-Class Challenge. Let's all try it. Ultimate Class-to-Class Challenge! Oh man, I'm feeling the ultimate. Nisha, how ultimate are you feeling?
Ultimate.
Ultimate?
Ultimate.
What concerns me is that you said ultimate, not ultimate! We'll work on that. Curtis, how challenged are you feeling?
Ultimate.
All right. We'll get that a little higher too. We'll get that up there. As you guys know, as Ethan just said in that great speech, this is the bread and butter right here. This is our most important thing, is class to classes. No matter what program you're in, whether you're in exploring and you're doing high school presentations, or you're in Scout Reach and starting a new place and going out and meeting with kids, having that boy voice and that boy talk is critically important. And as we were gearing up for it this year, Jeff and I said, the contest is just too boring. We got to mix this thing up. We got to change it, because Forrest Gump's mom was wrong. When life throws you challenges, it's not like a little surprise raspberry taste. It's you walk into a classroom and a kid vomits on your leg, and you got to do a presentation and a whole nother school. So we thought we would throw a bit of the element of surprise into it. We are going to break up. You can each go wherever you want in Alpine, preferably somewhere relatively close, and each member of that team is going to perform your class-to-class presentation. 3 to 5 minutes, preferably 2 to 3 minutes, just so we really get those teachers to like us. Something that is high energy, high information, that's going to get these kids so excited that they are going to be talking about it for 2 days until that meeting actually happens, and their parents are finally going to say, geez, shut up, okay, we'll go to that church. So we got to have that level of excitement. So just hit your normal, middle of the road, easy batting, class-to-class for this first round of the challenge. Next round, we're going to amp it up. Field directors, when you guys take off wherever you want to go, let's remember to pick one out of our group of 5. So each team will have a representative who is going to compete for fabulous prizes. Did I hear fabulous prizes? I did hear fabulous prizes. Each one of our contestants is going to come up, and we're going to click each one of these wheels. That I really wish I had real wheels, because that would be fun, but they're really expensive.
Nobody have time to produce them.
So, on the first wheel, we have the age, which goes from kindergarten, all of the first 5 grades, and a category for 6th to 8th grade. Then we have the setting. Where is this class being put on? Is it a public school classroom? Is it a large group in a big gym or something like that? Are you at a church service? All kinds of things like that. And then the last one, the ultimate wild card wheel. Ultimate! We've got all kinds of things. Surprise, you thought it was a big meeting, it's actually a PTA meeting. Surprise, they just announced that the kid's hamster's dead. All the kids are crying. How are you going to do a thing in that? Mind you, all of the things on the wild card wheel are things that Jeff and I have actually encountered in our real lives. One of them is a room full of girls. We interact with that a lot. You walk in, and there is 20 girls and 1 boy. And you got to do that presentation for that 1 boy. Most of us are executives, which means that we have to think on our feet. We got to be mobile. We got to be fluid. We got to be adaptable. We've got some judges that are going to come up here. First judge, Travis the Huntsman. You got feet. Next up, Nisha the Enforcer. Clap for the stage. And next, we've got the king himself, Ethan Drady. Oh no, Mike's taking over. He's taking over. Oh my gosh. Contestants will be given a scale of 0 to 10 points by each of the judges. You get 0 to 2 points, for the information in your presentation. You can get up to 3 points for the energy of your presentation, and you will get up to 5 points for how much you adapt to the setting that you are thrown into. What is a good example of this? A lot of people, I know Curtis is just as tall as I am, and first graders are terrified of enormous things. So, if you get first graders on the wheel, it's a big tip for Curtis, you should sit down for your presentation, right? And we all know how to do this, those of us who've been doing it a few years, but you really need to tailor this presentation to whatever room you step into. And we're going to give every one of you a different room to step into with randomized ultimate wheels. Ultimate Class Challenge! Woo! Judges, are we ready?
Always.
Feeling good? Feeling good? Feeling good? Ethan/Mike, great. Contestants, are you ready?
Yeah.
Ready. All right. I told Rob, since he asked nicely, I would not let him go first. So first up, we've got Curtis. That was a much more disappointing sound.
Ryan, can we get some real American? Real American.
It's a random family you met on the train. And you have any possible time frame. It's a very short stop.
Three random people. Joe, Monica, come up, man. Come on, come on. Well, I'm going to be a fifth grader. How are you? Daddy, who's that? Hi, guys.
The Boy Scouts.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Yeah, we're good. We're good.
Well, I'm Curtis from the Boy Scouts. How are you? Good. I just noticed you guys have a son here, and I work for the Boy Scouts of America, where we implement scouting and different programs. And I don't know if you have your son interested in other extracurricular activities, but you know what? If scouting is his thing and he wants to join, we'd be more than happy to give you some information for him to join Boy Scouts. What's your favorite thing to do?
Baseball.
Baseball? Cool. Well, we do sports in Boy Scouts. You get to play baseball, you get to do basketball. We also go camping, where you get to do rock climbing, swimming, archery. Those things sound fun, right? That thing sounds cool for your son, right? Where are you guys from?
Next stop.
Queens?
Yeah.
What part of Queens?
Forest Hill.
Forest Hills. Oh, great. We have a good pack for your son. What grade are you in? Fifth grade. Okay. Well, you have a great pack for your son. That's fifth grade. Okay. Called a Weebo Scout. I can give you some information. How you can join? Do you have an email address?
No, can you give it to me?
Sure, sure. I have a piece of, get a pen. I'm going to give you the location of where the students meet in Forest Hills, the contact information. I'm also going to give you my business card, and you guys can give me a call.
Oh yeah, I saw this coming in.
Sure. Well, take my business card.
Okay.
Give me a call. All right. Give you guys the information. The information is here. Hope that you guys will be interested. Come on.
That's how good of a sales pitch. That kid thought Curtis was his new dad. That's awesome. Judges, do we have comments and constructive feedback? I mean, we are also to compete, but we are here to learn as well. So, what did you notice that was good? What could you have improved on? What kind of stuff? Let me hear it, Nisha.
For the circumstances, that was actually very, realistic. I felt like that's something that could have happened. And just the way how, he made sure that he spoke mostly to the parents, not to freak the parents out, especially he keeps talking to my kid. He spoke mostly to the parents, and then, when it came to the fun things, he asked the kid, what do you like to do? And these are the fun things about Boy Scouts. But he kept a lot of the conversation to the parents, so it doesn't look like you're this crazy person trying to talk to their parent, to the kid. So I did like that part about it.
Good one.
Yeah.
Travis, what can you improve on?
First of all, this is a really tough gig. Just to be thrown into this, that's a tough gig. So I think he did a great job, all things considered. I liked his approach. I liked how he spoke to the parents. I liked how his energy was appropriate for a train. If you have too much energy on a train, that's too much energy on a train. In terms of the actual intro, I prefer on a train when people don't try to touch me. All things considered, he did a really good job.
That's great. Mike, if you were any kind of fruit, what kind of fruit would you be and why?
I would be a prickly pear.
That doesn't bode well for Curtis.
If I could provide a note of feedback just regarding when you're in scenarios that sort of become like a sales pitch, the fewer questions you have to ask of the other person is the fewer curveballs you provide opportunity for them to throw to you. So, hey, would you like my email, as opposed to, here's my business card with my email. You're not asking a question that could derail what your next step is. So always just having things to hand someone so you don't need to have too much back and forth.
Good, just control the meeting. Yeah, absolutely. Round of applause again for Curtis. ones on the board right there, so I'm pretty impressed that he got that one good. Next up, we've got Torey. Clap him out. Clap him out. Are you ready to spin, Torey?
Let's do it.
Religious class. And you don't have any materials. You forgot your flyers and your stickers and everything back at home. Let's see how he does, everybody.
How you doing, guys?
Great.
My name's Torey. I'm from the Boy Scouts of America.
Boy Scout?
What?
I'm here to talk to you about something fun, and it's a great opportunity. Who in here ever been camping before? Who in here like marshmallows? Anybody here like chocolate? Yeah. How about chocolate and marshmallows and a graham cracker together?
Whoa.
And guess what? You're sitting around a fire.
What?
But guess what? See, here at Boy Scouts, you have all opportunities to do exactly that. Plus, who also likes to go swimming? Guess what? I can't. Who can swim in here? I can't swim, so I'm going to learn with you. If you join this program, I promise you, I will sit there and learn with you. But guess what? It's more fun than you think it is. See, in Boy Scouts, we have an honor and a duty to God, and that's what we're about. That's deeply rooted inside of our history and our culture since the Boy Scouts first started over 100 years ago. This program is all traditional, and it's all about what you can bring to it. And guess what? I'm more interested about the program because you want to be a part of the program. So the more you do it, the more I do also. You get to go rock climbing. Who here like to shoot bows and arrows? Anybody shot it before?
Not in this.
Who wants to shoot it before?
Call me.
I love shooting bows and arrows. I love going to camp every year for a whole week. I go away from the city. I just wake up to a beautiful lake. I go swimming in the lake. I go swimming in a pool sometimes. Bows and arrows. You can do all this stuff, guys, if you come to camp. Who wants to go camping? Remember those marshmallows and s'mores I talked about? We have amazing food at camp. We have an amazing time. But guess what? We also have a chapel at camp. So, if you want to go, I understand. Sometimes we gotta pray. There is some unethical things that go on in life, but sometimes we gotta pray. So don't worry. Guess what? How many here? You have youth pastors in here? Anybody is a youth pastor? Catholic school? Catholic school? All right. Anybody is a priest in here? Sorry. All right. Well, you want to take a group to go pray? You go pray. Very nice. What you gotta do in life? You're doing so well. Right? That's what happens.
Wow. We started so strong. Okay. Judges, what do we think of that theatricality? Mike, lead the way.
I thought started out you were batting 1,000. The energy was in the right place to an audience of first graders. The question to bring them in on camping and then going for the sweet stuff, and then the way that you approach talking about swimming, you didn't even say who in this class needs to learn how to swim. You said who can swim. You didn't single out the negative, and then you said, well, guess what? If you can't yet, I'm going to learn with you. All that was totally age appropriate, and then you threw in the religious thing, and everyone went, oh, that's right, they said religious class, and you nailed it. Talking about bows and arrows with the group of first graders in the religious class. It is something that we do. There are certain things that we offer that are done through scouting that sometimes we have to walk on eggshells around depending on the environment, but I think that bows and arrows is appropriate in this case to talk about in that classroom because it's something we can do with first graders. You have a short time frame, especially with a group of first graders, to sort of get in, say what you got to say, and get out and leave them on a high note rather than them just remembering like, hey, remember that guy who sort of said, hey, I don't care what, is there a priest in here?
That's a priest.
But Mike brought up a really great point that, you know, in a classroom in New York City, we're not going to talk about BB guns and bows and arrows, but in a CCD class, there's no problem with us talking about one of, admittedly, our most marketable traits to young boys, right? Little boys want to shoot bows and arrows. A lot of times we can't talk about that, so it was really good that Torey highlighted that. Nisha, what did you think?
I liked it a lot. I did. It just went a little too long. I felt like if we had it, and then it just continued. So even with the tone, like sometimes people assume that you have to come in high energy for first graders, but it still had a engaging process to it. It just needs to be a little shorter. But other than that, I liked it.
Mr. Huntsman.
I mean, let's talk about adaptability here. I want to see a traditional guy do an exploring presentation. As well as an exploring guy did a traditional presentation.
Yeah.
It was absolutely appropriate to the audience. All right. Any quote unquote going off the rails, that's just because this is hilarious. And I'm glad he did that. To be honest, this was an exceptional presentation. I don't care, exploring, traditional, whatever. It was appropriate to the group of kids. It was appropriate to the environment. Could it have been shorter? Yeah, it could have been shorter. But you know what? This is and Torey, this isn't just because we work together. I think he's going to win.
Well, that is a great point. I mean, you were completely out of your program, even. So, congratulations. Next up, we got new guy, Rob Colonna. Get out here. Let's see what Rob gets. Hold your breath. Third grade, Catholic school. Ironically, you have a Rob Colonna following you around. There is a new hire. You'll be in both of these shoes soon. Who is in the room with you, and you're trying to demonstrate to the new hire how to do it while doing it yourself.
Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Rob, I'm with the Boy Scouts of New Jersey, and here's Joe Schmo, and he is as well. And we're here to talk to you about how you can be a Boy Scout just like us. Well actually, you guys, you're a little young, so you'll be Cub Scouts. You'll be lions, tigers, bears, oh my! It's tons of fun. We do lots of cool things, including going to baseball games, having fun trips, and you get to learn cool stuff like first aid. So if Joe here gets a little cut on his knee, you can help him fix it. And I bet you he's super, super excited about that. But we also get to do fun things like camping. And with camping, you get to make campfires and eat marshmallows, because who doesn't like marshmallows? Everybody here like marshmallows? I know I do. We also get to do other fun things like go boating and sleep in tents under the stars. And the cool thing is anyone can do it. You see, me, I was a scout, and like many of you guys here in Catholic school, I was a Catholic, I'm still a Catholic, I go to Mass and all fun things, and you get to be with an environment with people like you. You get to be there with your friends. And that's one of the best parts about it, is that anyone can be a scout. Now, you gotta make sure to come to St. Michael's right here where you are at your church this Friday at 7:30, and make sure you bring a parent. Super important, guys, make sure you bring a parent. And here's what I'm also going to do, because many of you may have forgotten already. I'm going to give you this flyer here. You're all going to get a flyer, and I want you to put the flyer right into your backpack. Actually, Joe Schmo is going to go pass it around to you guys. Make sure once he hands it to you, put it right in your backpack, and then bring it home to your mom and dad, and bug them until they bring you to that meeting. So, by show of hands, who's going to go? Hands up. Come on, hands up. Yeah. Does anybody have any quick questions? I'll take 2 questions. One more question?
Can my sister join?
Your sister cannot join the Boy Scouts, but she can join the Girl Scouts. And the Girl Scouts do other ton of fun, cool things as well. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day.
Very good. Awesome. Travis, what do you think?
Listen, the energy was right there. I thought that the presentation was really good. The tone was appropriate for the age group. All I think it was a really solid presentation. He's really aided by the fact that he had access to a flyer. That's a really nice thing to have. Good presentation.
Good presentation.
That's all I have to say about that.
Maybe we'll get you a job in New Jersey for it. Nisha, what do you think?
It was a very good presentation first time out. The information was very good. You know, it was very clear and specific. You know what you had to do. It was reminding you, put it in your backpack, take the flyer, it has the information. You know, even the Girl Scouts comment, he curved it. He said, you could call the Girl Scouts with that information. It was good.
Mike, what did you think of the adaptability? He really blended in.
The adaptability was good. He even pointed at his hypothetical Joe Schmo and said, so even if he got hurt, you'd be able to patch him up, so he involved the other person that was there. My only note was, Torey did a great job of doing audience engagement and asking questions. You saved a lot of things for the end, which is good. It allowed you to move forward really fast, but with that younger age group, sometimes just saying questions out loud as you go to keep them engaged is helpful. But everything else was great. Fantastic.
Yeah, I would also say broadly, taking questions is frightening. That is a world of hurt. Because your first question is, my dad has a boat, and we take it out of his They'll have you forever, you'll be trapped. As a learning point, I would always discourage people from asking, does anyone have a question? Because then you'll get stuff like that. But you roll them all great.
You'll get stories.
You'll get stories. No one ever asks a question. I just want to talk about their... It's always boats for me. I don't know why it's boats. Awesome. I am really impressed with all the contestants so far and how the wheels are going. This is really awesome. Next up is Anthony Lectora. Let's see what he gets.
I just want a really good wild card. Sorry, I'm not wishing me that.
5th grade, Catholic school again. A child has just vomited. There is a puddle that he has just stepped in. So it's not like...
Alright, guys. So it's alright. We'll clean this up in a second. Alright, so I want to say hi, guys. Hi. Alright, sorry. Let's try that again. Hi, guys. Hi. Alright. So I just want to let you guys know, you guys are my Weeblos. Alright? You guys are my older scouts. You guys are about to be Boy Scouts. And you guys get to do some amazing things. Amazing. Alright? So these are some of the things you get to do. And when I say it, and you really, really like it, just put both hands up and go like this. If you're, I think it's fun, I might want to do that, just raise your hand. Alright? So let's try that. If you just kind of like it, you. And if you really like it, very good. Alright, so this summer, I got to go swimming. You guys like to go swimming? Alright, how about kayaking? You guys know what kayaking is? Very good. How about canoeing? How about climbing a tower as big as your school? Oh, some people, alright. How about, what's that thing called? My memory's really bad. The bows and the arrows. Anyone know what that is? Archery. Archery, very good. You guys want to do archery? Yeah. Alright, and there's this thing, it's called, I can't remember what it's called, marshmallows, the chocolate, the graham crackers. S'mores! You guys like s'mores? S'mores. You get to make that every night at camp, and you guys get to go camping and build a fire, alright? There's just one other thing, since we're from the Bronx and we're at Catholic school called the Sacred Heart Catholic School in the Bronx, alright? You guys get to do this amazing race. It's called the Pinewood Derby. And you guys know what you guys get to do with that? Yankee Stadium. Who's a Yankee fan here?
I like the match.
Oh, it's alright. We still like you, alright? So there's things you get to do, alright? You get to take a big block, alright? It's a nice big block, you know, it's bulky, alright? You guys know what you get to turn it into? You guys get to turn it into a Lamborghini, a minivan, alright? Anything you want to, a Batmobile. Who wants to make a car that turns into a Lamborghini? A Transformer maybe? Very good. And if you guys win, you guys get to go to Times Square and race right in the middle of Manhattan. Doesn't that sound amazing?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright. And just one thing, remember, the Scout is reverent, so we always go to church at camp. And we have our own very chapel. So if you're ever feeling you want to go there and you're away from your home, there's also a chapel there. Alright? So, if you guys really want to come join the Scouts, you guys can come to the Sacred Heart School in the cafeteria at 6:30 in the evening. Alright? So when you guys come?
6:30.
Where?
Cafeteria.
And where are we having it?
Cafeteria.
Alright, at what time?
6:30.
Very good. And it will be this Thursday. What day?
Thursday.
What time?
6:30.
Where?
Cafeteria.
I really want to thank you guys and I hope you feel better. Alright? Thank you.
Awesome job, awesome job.
He said, I hope you feel better, but kind of said it.
Tell me what you thought, Nisha.
I thought the information was good. The only thing that I would be cautious of is the hand thing, only because of the simple fact that after a while it kind of dies down. especially if your speech is not very quick, it kind of dies down a little bit, because at first everybody was doing it, and after a while they're just like, nah, you know. And then I would avoid saying if you don't like it, then, you know, giving them an option. Just have them look at the kids who liked it, only for the simple fact that if one kid sees another kid that doesn't like it or likes something, they're gonna be like, they tend to copy their friends.
Right.
So it's just opening that door. But other than that, information-wise and everything, it was okay.
Awesome, Mike.
I thought that was a great note from Nisha if we were reviewing each other, but
That was
You
great.
can't score Nisha on
I
House
think
of Joe.
everyone,
We don't have a wheel for that.
everyone can learn a lot from that one right there about engagement and energy. I thought that was great to really address the info, and that it wasn't just the info of cool activities, and it was some specifics, and then specifically hitting on the nice things that we go above and beyond as a council to try to do, and to use them as recruiting tools to say that we do the Pinewood Derby in Yankee Stadium while you recruit, to make sure you include those things that we do. If we don't tell anybody about those cool things we do, then all it is the kids that are already here get to reap the benefits and the others miss out on it. So we have to make sure we try to spread the word on that when we recruit.
Absolutely, absolutely. I really liked the two different blocks, using the phones in his pocket, with the full block and then the little Lamborghini block. Travis, what did you like best?
I thought he had a good presence with everyone. I thought he didn't really acknowledge the crisis immediately, and it would have just totally derailed everything. All in all, I thought it was a really good presentation.
A man of few but important words. Was that on tape?